Hi guys, I hope you all are doing good. So I'm back with another video and this time I'm going with my family to Kodaikanal. So this was a 9-hour drive. So we left around 5:30 in the evening and then we reached there by like 2:30 a.m. and the stay where we checked in was like all dark and we couldn't see much of the details. But the surprising fact was the next day when we all opened the curtains and saw that the sunrise was happening like right in front of us. We could witness this from the room that we were in because the windows were facing that way. And then I just came out and I started to film, and it was so magical and so beautiful. So, talking a little bit about Kodaikanal, Kodaikanal is a famous hill station in Tamil Nadu, India, and it is also called as the Princess of Hill Station because it is incredibly beautiful and it is about 2133 meters above sea level. Converted into feet, it is 6998 feet above the sea level. So the weather in Kodaikanal is like really nice. It's like super cool all the time. So the coldest of Kodaikanal has been 8 degrees Celsius and the hottest has been 36 degrees Celsius, which is still cooler when compared to some places in Tamil Nadu. So there used to be a group of people called Palians long ago. They were the first group who were known to be found here. And after the colonial period, British came and then they started developing this place. A person called B.S. Ward, who was a surveyor, he discovered Kodaikanal and then he made it more nicer, thinking that this would be a nice place for retreat during summertime. During this period, they built a few structures which still exist today. Some of them are Kodaikanal Club and the Kodaikanal School. So right after our breakfast, we set out to the first place, that is the Kodaikanal Lake. So once we reached there, we rented out a boat for 30 minutes and then we had so much fun going in the middle of the lake by rowing the boat by ourselves. And then once we were in the middle, I had a chance to fly the drone and take a few pictures with my family, only to notice that the lake has a unique shape. And then when I came back home and started to research, this lake was man-made and it was designed in a star shape intentionally, and that's how it looks so beautiful, but it looks so natural. That's the best part. And this lake was created because there was a scarcity of water in Kodaikanal like 2 centuries ago. And to solve that issue, there was a British surveyor who developed, so he had designed this lake to be in a star shaped, and then he started facilitating a lot of boating and renting out and taking pictures, and then this became a very popular tourist spot. So right after the lake, we stepped out and had a nice coffee, and then right in front of us was a beautiful park which is called as Bryant Park, which is a century old. So the park has been a beloved destination for both visitors and local people. Definitely they come out for walks and then the tourists go there and witness all different kind of flowers there because of the weather and the soil there. And my mom was very interested, so we had to go and then we spent some time, and then she was very much interested to know the names and she wanted to get samplings. Due to the soil and weather, there were different kind of plants and trees that we could see, and people also take a lot of time to sit there and take pictures and play around since the place is very wide. So right after this, we went to another place which was just above Bryant Park called as Coker's Walk. This was also a place which was created by another British official who had planned in such a way that people could witness different kind of landscape and look at different kind of mountains and scenes. Especially the sunrise and the sunset is so unique here. This was designed in such a way that anybody could look at the whole view of Kodaikanal city and Dolphin Nose Point and few other places. So right after Coker's Walk, we were on the way to another place. That's when we noticed there was a particular road called as Upper Lake View Road. So we went onto that road and it was so magnificent to look at the lake from there. It looked so mesmerizing. So right after this, we went to a tiny waterfall, but since there was no much fall, I didn't want to spend so much time there, but we just had a little bit of snack and then we left to another place called Dolphin Nose Point. Now, this is where the fun begins. We were all set to go down. I mean, it was a trek, so we had to go down and then climb back up. And then we saw a board saying that the trek level was super difficult. So we decided, let's just fly the drone and see how it looks. So we all got to a nice cafe and then we had a lunch. So the lunch place was really nice because we had a good view from the hotel that we were in, and everyone loved and enjoyed. Especially the food also was so tasty. And while having a lunch, I flew the drone and then I just saw the place is so unique. But since the fog and the cloud was so much filled, I couldn't capture really well. But Dolphin Nose Point is a point where shape of the mountain looks like a dolphin nose, and then people go there to witness. And right after that, we decided we'll go to another waterfall called White Fairy Waterfall. And on the way, we saw a tiny waterfall again in the middle of the road where everyone was just sitting down and relaxing and taking pictures. And it was so unique that it was like a step shaped, and probably it was designed to be that way. So we all stopped and went down to click pictures. That was something spontaneous, which was fun. And right after that, we straight ahead went to this fairy waterfall, which was nice because there was no much crowd, and the water flow also was less because the monsoon hadn't started yet. But we still went there, and then we took a lot of pictures together and then just kept looking around because there were pine trees and the place just looked so magical. And we were just enjoying. And that was the last place for the day because it was already 6 o'clock, and most of the places in Kodaikanal closes by 6 o'clock, so we had to return back home and before it gets super cold. So guys, if you liked this video, do like, subscribe and share. I'll see you guys in another video in just 1 week with part 2 of Kodaikanal. Until then, thanks. Bye.